Good morning, my dear students. We were doing the chapter of social inequalities. Next, we are going to start it. What were the conditions during colonial rule and after independence? ये हम बहुत बार पढ़ चुके हैं कॉलोनलिज्म के बारे में, कॉलोनियल रूल के बारे में. तो क्या कंडीशंस थी कॉलोनियल रूल के टाइम पे? ऑब्वियसली एक्सप्लॉयटेशन थी, राइट. देन देवर फॉरेस्ट, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था, देवर ऑलरेडी क्लियर्ड. ट्राइबल्स को बहुत ज़्यादा अपनी लाइवलीहुड का सोर्स ढूंढना पड़ता था. इसीलिए जब सोर्स नहीं था तो कुछ उनमें से चोर बन गए, राइट. अपने लाइवलीहुड का तरीका ढूंढने लगे. कुछ नियर बाय सिटीज़ टाउन्स में चले गए. दे स्टार्टेड वर्किंग एज लेबरर्स. सो दैट मीन्स द ट्राइबल्स इन दैट केस रिवोल्टेड एंड प्रोटेस्टेड, right. So the non-tribals, they were not allowed to enter the area, but this was not implemented properly since the weaker sections were sidelined. तो मतलब बहुत बुरी हालत थी in short during the colonial rule, because there was a lot of exploitation, and that mainly the tribals have to suffer because of that. When they lost their way of earning livelihood, they had to work as laborers and they were not getting enough wages. So tribals, they started revolting, they started protesting, and the British finally, they had to reserve the areas जिनको exclusive areas कहा गया था, primary for tribals. After independence कैसे change आया? Obviously development took place, right. Tribals then also suffered, like development of roads, railways, tracks had to be made. Hydroelectric projects, dams बनाए गए, right. Then this displays the tribals and their livelihood was taken away. मतलब उनकी condition after independence भी, it was becoming worse. The tribals began revolts, rebellions, protests due to exploitation and discrimination. And the tribal movement came across 3 states, जिसमें से एक थी झारखंड, उत्तराखंड एंड छत्तीसगढ़. तो मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा ट्राइबल्स को सफ़र करना पड़ा है ड्यूरिंग कॉलोनियल रूल एंड आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस. दिस इज़ व्हाट वाज कॉल्ड एट दैट टाइम इनइक्वालिटी, बिकॉज दे वर नॉट गिवन बेसिक नीड्स एंड अमेनिटीज़. उनको बेसिक राइट्स भी नहीं दी गई थी. इवन उनके पास खाने को भी नहीं था, लाइवलीहुड भी नहीं था. और यही चीज़ चलती रही इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद भी. जब नए नए हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक प्रोजेक्ट्स डेवलप हुए, रोड्स बनी, रेलवेज़ बने, तो the culture of tribal it got just clouded, and there just it displaced the tribals और उनकी livelihood फिर से ले ली गई. तो फिर से they began to revolt, they began to protest against this exploitation. So that was during the colonial rule, and it was after independence, the conditions. Now let's talk about the women's structure for equality and rights. Women, they are considered to be physically and biologically weaker, but they are not socially or economically weak. ये एक mentality बनी हुई है हमारी society की. They consider women as physically and biologically weak, but not socially or economically weak. Now, there were certain social reformers, male reformers की हम बात कर रहे हैं, who wanted to make the changes in the society for women. जो वो women को लेकर society की सोच बदलना चाहते थे, जिनमें से एक थे राजा राम मोहन रॉय. In 1829, he caused the abolition of Sati Pratha under the Governor General William Bentinck. Then he started the Brahmo Samaj, जो women के status को uplift करने के लिए चलाया गया था, for giving child education. He wanted child marriage to end and wanted to encourage widow remarriage. तो ये कुछ steps उन्होंने अपनी तरफ से लेने की कोशिश की थी. सती प्रथा उन्होंने abolish कर दी. women education की तरफ ध्यान दिया, women upliftment की तरफ ध्यान दिया, child marriage को avoid करने की कोशिश की, and they encouraged widow remarriage. Then came दयानंद सरस्वती, जिन्होंने आर्य समाज start की to educate the girl child. Again, they also worked for the benefit, for the upliftment of women socially and economically. Again, abolishing the child marriage, encouraging widow remarriage. He was against the study of Western education, क्योंकि वो चाहते थे women should learn the Vedas. She should learn the housekeeping, right, as they would ultimately become home workers. So social work was done by the Arya Samaj. वो women को ये तो ज़रूर चाहते थे कि वो educated हों, लेकिन वो ये चाहते थे कि western education की बजाय they should study Vedas and they should learn how to do housekeeping, because ultimately he thought that this was their job which has to be ultimately done. You cannot avoid it. So Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Dayanand Saraswati, There were others also, which include M.G. Ranade. He was a Hindu Brahmin and was shocked by the way women were treated. उन्होंने 2 बुक्स लिखी थी और उन्होंने लोगों से अपील की थी दैट इन द वेदास इट वाज नॉट मेंशन टू ट्रीट देम बैडली और दे शुडंट गेट मैरिड अगेन. सो ये एबॉलिश किया जाना चाहिए कि उनको अच्छे से ट्रीट किया जाना चाहिए, उनको इक्वल स्टेटस मिलना चाहिए. दे शुड बी ट्रीटेड प्रॉपरली एंड दे शुड हैव द राइट टू गेट मैरिड अगेन इन केस अ विमेन इज़ अ विडो. देन ज्योतिबा फुले, ही वॉज ऑल्सो अ दलित और उन्होंने एक एसोसिएशन स्टार्ट की थी जिसका नाम था सत्यशोधक समाज. दैट मीन्स द ट्रुथ सीकिंग सोसाइटी. ही फोकस ऑन द स्टेटस ऑफ दलित्स, जिनको अनटचेबल्स माना जाता था, जिनको बहुत लोअर क्लास माना जाता था, एंड द विमेन, एंड वॉज द फर्स्ट इंडियन टू स्टार्ट अ कॉलेज फॉर विमेन इन पुरी. सो वेरी गुड वन. ज्योतिबा फूले, उन्होंने अपलिफ्टमेंट ऑफ विमेन के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा कोशिश की एंड ही वॉज द फर्स्ट इंडियन जिन्होंने एक कॉलेज स्टार्ट किया in the place called पुरी. Then Sayyid Ahmed Khan, he was also a very well educated Muslim and he wanted the Muslim women to be educated as they were suppressed due to the Parda system. But they should learn about housekeeping as they will become the house workers. So all of them ultimately they work for the upliftment of women by providing them education. क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं सभी social reformers they worked for the benefit of women. They worked for the upliftment and they wanted women to be educated. इसीलिए सैयद अहमद खान ऑल्सो ही वॉन्टेड वेमेन टू बिकम एजुकेटेड, द मुस्लिम वेमेन, क्योंकि उनको ज़्यादा सप्रेस किया जाता था. दे हैड टू जस्ट कीप अ पर्दा, दैट मीन्स पर्दा सिस्टम वॉज देयर, तो इस वजह से. बट ही ऑल्सो वॉन्टेड द वेमेन शुड लर्न हाउस कीपिंग. देन ईश्वर चंद्र विद्यासागर, his main focus was on widow remarriage and he opposed the way widows were treated. He encouraged men to marry the widows and arrange community marriages. He did this to give respect to the women because a woman had to live a very long life then. It's not that if in early stage she becomes a widow, her life is over. Because at that time people used to just say bad about her, used to treat them badly. So this was opposed by Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar and he just concentrated on this, he just focused on this main point of widow remarriage and he just encouraged men to get married to those widows. Right? He did all this to give respect to the women, that they should also get equal respect in the societies. Widow should also get the equal respect in the society. So these were the male social reformers. We will also do about the female social reformers. I think that will be the last topic of this chapter, along with some definitions. So that after that your chapter will be finished. So please go through the chapter. Whatever we have done till now, the assignment related to the same has been uploaded. Please go through it and do it. Thank you.